When people think of Australia, they picture kangaroos, emus, and koalas. But what most don't realize is that this place is also home to some seriously lethal creatures. In today's video, we'll count down Australia's top 10 most dangerous animals. From spiders with neurotoxins that can kill within minutes, to crocodiles that will drag you under without mercy, get ready to see the Aussie outdoors in a whole new fearful light. Let's start with the stonefish. Now, you wouldn't think that a fish would be that deadly, since most of us keep them in a bowl in a room and give them names like Nemo or Bubbles. But that's barely the case with the stonefish, which is considered to be the deadliest fish in the world. Its name comes from its ability to camouflage itself within a coral reef. In fact, the stonefish can come in a range of colors depending on its habitat. Although it mostly eats other small fish, you may end up swimming with the fishes if it comes into contact with you. The fish's dorsal fin has spines that are sharp enough to pierce the soles of boots, as well as skin. These spines contain venom sacs. If they pierce human skin, it may cause intense pain that lasts for several hours. But it gets much worse. You would then experience shock, hypertension, paralysis, and finally death. Coming in at number 9 is Australia's common death adder. But despite having common in its name, this serpent is anything but ordinary when it comes to deadliness. With a short, stocky body and a triangular head, the death adder looks like it's been hitting the gym. But it's not its muscles you need to worry about. It's those long fangs that can sink deep into your flesh faster than you can say, crikey. Unlike its slithery cousins who prefer to make a quick getaway, the death adder lies in ambush, relying on its camouflage to blend in with the surroundings. When threatened, it chooses to freeze rather than flee, making it all too easy for an unsuspecting bushwalker to step on one. And when it bites, this venomous villain can inject between 40 to 100 milligrams of venom. That's enough to make your worst hangover seem like a walk in the park. The venom attacks your respiratory system, potentially causing paralysis or death within just 6 hours if left untreated. Next, we have the first of the 8-legged freaks appearing on this list, and it has to be one of the coolest looking ones, the redback spiders. These spiders are located throughout Australia. The creature's name comes from the bright red stripe that covers the abdomen of the female spider as something of a warning. The bite of the spider can cause a range of symptoms including muscle rigidity and twitching, vomiting, labored breathing, rapid heart rate, hypertension, weakness, and sweating. The venom may also cause death unless it is quickly treated with antivenom. The fact that these spiders are found throughout Australia means that you'll be double-checking every single thing that's red. There is nothing subtle about the killing prowess of the saltwater crocodile, aka the Australian salty. With over 100,000 crocodiles skulking throughout Australia's saltwater rivers, the number of salties is continuing to increase, which is a bit scary. Salties can grow to around 23 feet long and can weigh up to 2,200 pounds. A lot more than any of us are looking to deal with when we go for a late-night swim. With 68 large teeth, these animals trap people in their jaws and then complete what is known as a death roll. This spin maneuver is used to drag down the prey while tearing a hole in it. 1/3 of crocodile attacks have resulted in death in Australia since the species became protected in 1971. The great white shark makes us look into the black darkness of the ocean and take a big gulp thinking of how many are circling around us. Too many times we've watched Jaws and thought we'd never go near the ocean again. Great whites can grow over 20 feet long and weigh up to 4,000 pounds, big enough to kill multiple people. There have been almost 700 unprovoked attacks involving great whites in Australia. Around 200 of these attacks were fatal. Almost 400 caused injuries. Their teeth are basically a set of over 100 custom-made knives that can rip you in half quicker than you can put a shrimp on the Barbie. Funnel webs are one of the most feared arachnid species, and for a good reason, although certain aspects have been exaggerated. Found along the east coast of New South Wales and Brisbane, funnel webs are large, shiny brown-black spiders. They prefer damp and humid conditions such as dense forests, but they are often found in urban areas. Funnel webs dig burrows under rocks or fallen tree branches, spinning webs around the entrance. When prey animals walk on the webbing, the spider will dart out suddenly and drag their meal back into the burrow. When threatened, funnel webs behave aggressively, taking a defensive stance by standing on their rear legs and showing their fangs. They will strike if a potential threat gets too close, ejecting venom from their fangs. A bite from a funnel web can kill a human in just 15 minutes. The toxins attack the nervous system, triggering an elevated heart rate, a spike in blood pressure, breathing difficulties, and numbness. If native Australians were asked to name the greatest threat to life on the continent, not many would think of the honeybee. Yet, as the most surprising entry on this list, these furry insects are responsible for more deaths per year than sharks, snakes, and crocodiles combined. Approximately 3% of Australia's human population is allergic to bee and wasp stings. When someone with an allergy is stung, they experience anaphylactic shock. This includes includes hives, low blood pressure, breathing difficulties, increased heart rate, dizziness, and vomiting. In extreme cases, a bee or wasp sting can be fatal. Bees and wasps are necessary to the planet's survival as they pollinate plants and flowers. The blue-ringed octopus does not look like it belongs on this list. These marine marvels are covered in stripes, rings, and spots of iridescent blue against a constantly changing body. They are masters of camouflage, able to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. In this case, looks can kill literally in as little as 5 minutes. The toxins in the venom cause paralysis in under 2 minutes, but the victim will remain conscious during this time. Death occurs due to a lack of oxygen as paralysis prevents effective muscle control. If you receive artificial oxygen and urgent medical care quickly, survival is possible, but the first 12 hours are critical. Octopuses are among the most intelligent creatures on the planet. They can work out how to open jars and use their thickest tentacle to judge if they can fit through tight gaps. The habitat range of the blue-ringed octopus is along the eastern coast of Australia, from Brisbane in southern Queensland down along the coast of New South Wales. At number 2, we have the inland taipan as the most venomous snake in the world. Found only in remote parts of Australia, this snake would rather avoid humans, but if provoked, it defends itself ferociously with multiple fast strikes. What's truly scary, though, is not only is its venom crazy toxic, there's an enzyme that turbocharges its absorption into any victim's bloodstream to kill it within 5 minutes. No wonder this reclusive reptile is considered the most lethal snake globally. When it's not hiding out down under, it hunts prolifically for small mammals and rats. Lucky for us, human encounters are very rare. But knowing Australia, something that deadly was bound to be lurking in the outback. When people think of the word deadly, their first thought doesn't jump straight to something that is usually depicted as just relaxing in the water, doing its own thing. But if you come into contact with a box jellyfish, you're going to regret it. It's the most venomous animal globally. Found along Australia's north and northeast coasts, the box jellyfish has stinging tentacles that can kill a human in as little as 2 minutes. The venom a box jellyfish delivers attacks the heart and central nervous system. Victims who do not die from the sting will often drown before reaching shore as their body goes into shock. Survivors experience pain for weeks or even months after being stung and often have large, bloody scars caused by the jellyfish's tentacles. There are 50 species of box jellyfish on the planet, with 2 of the most venomous found along the Australian coastline. Box jellyfish are translucent, with a bluish hue due to the water and light from the sun refracting through their membrane. These otherworldly creatures have 4 primitive eyes and 20 ocelli that detect light to spot potential victims. And they have as many as 15 tentacles up to 10 meters, with over 5,000 nematocysts on each, producing stings upon contact to stun prey. So let us know in the comments which of these dangerous Aussie animals scares you the most. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Also, press the bell icon for instant notifications so that you never miss a video from Factastic Trivia.